Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been following the NFL news cycle lately, you know that the landscape is shifting in a big way, and the New York Giants are right in the middle of it. What's happening? Well, insiders are indicating that the Giants, currently sitting at 2-6 with a modest cap space of around $4, $5 million, are looking to make a bold move that could reshape their offense and potentially their entire season. And believe me, this isn't just about a small trade or a minor upgrade. It's about targeting a player who could dramatically change the dynamics of their offensive attack, wide receiver Jalen Waddle from the Miami Dolphins. Yes, you heard right. Waddle, a Pro Bowler in 2022 who's been making waves in Miami, is now the target of the Giants' front office. The rumors are that New York is eyeing a conditional second-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft to bring Waddle aboard. And the Dolphins, who are currently 4-4 with a cap hit of around $16 million, are open to moving Waddle, especially considering their cap situation. After a recent restructuring, Miami has freed up about $10 million for their offensive line, which shows they're making strategic moves to stay competitive while managing their salary cap. But interestingly, the Dolphins' cap is tight post Tua Tagovailoa's recent extension, which has pushed their cap space to around $48 million, but they're also looking to keep their roster balanced and cap-friendly, especially for a team that's still aiming for a deep playoff run. Now, why would the Giants be so interested in Waddle? Well, let's delve into what he brings to the table. Waddle, who was instrumental in Miami's offense in 2022, has shown flashes of elite explosiveness. Last season, he finished with 32 receptions for 452 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging an impressive 14.1 yards per catch and earning a solid 87.4 grade from PFF. His career stats are even more impressive. Over 312 receptions for more than 300 yards and 28 touchdowns, with a yards per reception average of 13.8. What really makes Waddle stand out is his explosiveness after the catch, where he averages around 5.2 yards after the catch per reception, surpassing Giants receiver Darius Slayton's 4.8. This kind of speed and agility could be a game-changer for the Giants, especially considering their recent struggles in the deep passing game and their need for a versatile slot threat. The impact of Waddle's potential arrival isn't just theoretical. When analyzing his production, it's clear that his presence could elevate the Giants' offensive efficiency significantly. His ability to stretch the field and create mismatches against defensive backs would open up more space for players like Slayton and Robinson, and could even help Daniel Jones improve his efficiency as a passer. Speaking of Jones, his season has been a roller coaster so far, but adding a dynamic weapon like Waddle could boost his confidence and help the Giants become more explosive on offense. Plus, Waddle's ability to generate yards after the catch, combined with his route-running skills, would make him an ideal slot receiver for Brian Daboll's offense, which has been trying to find consistency all season long. But let's not forget the bigger picture here. The Dolphins, who have odds of plus 2,500 to win the Super Bowl this year, are expected to be active in the trade market given their cap situation. They're considering moving Waddle for draft picks to free up cap space, especially since their cap hit is projected to rise by about $26 million after recent restructures. Miami still views itself as a contender and wants to keep its core intact, but a move for Waddle could be part of a broader strategy to balance their roster and financial flexibility. Meanwhile, the Giants, who have already been working on their offensive upgrades, see Waddle as a potential X-factor, a true game-changing talent that could turn their season around. Now, let's talk about how this could play out on the field. If Waddle joins the Giants, he would instantly become their primary slot weapon, creating a headache for defenses and helping Daniel Jones find more quick-hitting options on third down. The trio of Waddle, Slayton, and Robinson could form a potent attack that rivals some of the top receiving core in the league. Their combined yardage could surpass 2.0 yards, and their ability to gain yards after the catch would likely boost the Giants' third down conversion rates by over 20%, perhaps reaching around 35%. That's a significant improvement, especially for a team that has struggled to sustain drives this season. On the defensive side, the Giants are also looking to improve their pass rush and defensive consistency. Their recent efforts have seen a slight uptick, with their rushing statistics increasing by about 10% and their overall defensive time on the field extending only by a few minutes per game. These improvements are crucial, but the real difference maker might come from the offense's ability to stay on the field longer and keep defenses honest. Waddle's speed and ability to create separation would help Daniel Jones attack defenses more effectively, especially in the short and intermediate routes, setting up the play-action game and opening up the field for deeper shots. Historically, Waddle's impact on Miami last season was transformative. His addition to the Dolphins' offense helped boost their scrimmage yards by around 200 compared to 2021, and it played a significant role in elevating their offensive ranking from 28th to a top 12 unit. Imagine what he could do for the Giants, who are still trying to find their identity after a few tough seasons. The potential for Waddle to help turn the Giants into a more explosive, fast-paced team is real, and it's a move that could echo through the NFC East for years to come. And speaking of the NFC East, the Giants' recent moves and their pursuit of Waddle are not happening in a vacuum. The division is highly competitive, with teams like the Eagles, Sixers, and Cowboys still vying for supremacy. The Giants need to make bold moves if they want to stay in the playoff hunt, and acquiring a player of Waddle's caliber sends a message that they're serious about contending. It's about building for the future while also trying to make a run this season, and Waddle could be the piece that finally unlocks their offensive potential. Now, what about the Super Bowl odds? Currently, the Giants are sitting at plus 10-0, but if they pull off a trade for Waddle and he makes an immediate impact, those odds could shift dramatically. The team's chances of making a deep playoff run would increase, especially if Daniel Jones and Waddle develop chemistry quickly. The Giants have been striving to be more dynamic on offense all season, and adding a young, explosive receiver like Waddle could be the spark they need to get over the hump. Their potential deep playoff run could see odds moving closer to plus 500, especially if they start winning more games and stacking up wins against division rivals. But let's not forget the Dolphins. Although they're trading away one of their key offensive weapons, they're doing so with a clear plan in mind. By moving Waddle for future draft capital, Miami is betting on their roster depth and their ability to develop talent internally. They're also trying to balance their cap so they can keep their core pieces and stay competitive. Their odds of winning the Super Bowl are still respectable, at around plus 500, but this move signals a shift in strategy, a focus on maintaining cap flexibility and building for the future rather than all in this season. In conclusion, if this trade does happen, it could be one of the most exciting developments of the NFL season. For Giants fans, it's a shot of hope, a chance to see their team finally add the offensive weapon they've been craving for years. It could lead to a more explosive, faster-paced attack that keeps defenses guessing and helps Daniel Jones thrive under pressure. For the Dolphins, it's a calculated decision, a chance to recoup draft capital and manage their cap while still aiming for a playoff run. But one thing is for sure, the NFL landscape is constantly shifting, and this potential move could be a game-changer not only for the Giants but for the entire NFC East. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all of this? Do you believe Waddle is the missing piece to turn this season around? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in blue and red? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and more inside info on your favorite team. So stay tuned, keep the passion alive, and let's keep building this community of true Giants fans. Because at the end of the day, it's all about that love for the team, the game, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Thank you for being part of this journey, and I'll see you in the next video.